what I'm going to talk about today is a technique that you can use to help you to become irresistible to a relationship. And I'm not going to go too much into the quoting all the scientists and all the science that has been done to bring this to light, bring this to us. However, it is being done. Increasingly, there is science and theology actually are becoming closer and closer. So when we think back to some of the great teachers, whatever faith you are, whether it's Muhammad or Buddha or Christ or whoever it is, there have been great teachers in our human existence. And it seems to me that very often they have known how the laws of the universe work, even if they have not been able to explain it in a scientific way. If you can understand this technique that I'm talking about here, you will have the power to transform yourself through those limiting self-beliefs, be able to get through those to a place where you're able to love yourself and attract a loving, healthy relationship into your life. But in order to do this, we have to move out of what I'm going to call just surviving into creating. When we are surviving, we are bound by things like what happened in our past. If you've got a past of being hurt, or we are trapped by our need to make money in the present, for example, or maybe you're challenged by a health issue, for example. All of those are examples about how what is the situation that you are in is, in a sense, in holding you and where you are surviving. And what I'm talking about is changing that and getting to a place where you are creating the life that you want to achieve. You are remembering to remember your future and the future you would rather have, rather than being defined by your past. Now, I know that this really works because I've done it. And so have you, actually. Every single one of you on this webinar today has done this. You know, you're all creating. We're all creating all the time. The thing is to get to a place where we are creating this beautiful relationship that you deserve to have in your life. And this is how it works. Thoughts create an electrical charge. You've seen the, I don't know what all the things are called, but you can see how they put electrons to people's brains, and you've seen the brain waves, you know, going along. So you know that. And feelings provide a magnetic charge. So the feelings in our hearts, and this is the part that it seems to me very often has been left out of the equation in terms of dating, love, and relationships, you know, how to find, you know, we can write down lists of, you know, my ideal partner, what I want is this, you know, but if you don't connect to it at a heart level, then it is just going to be a formula which doesn't mean anything. So what I'm talking about is head and heart coherence. So feelings produce a magnetic charge, and the two things together produce what's called an electromagnetic charge, which we send out to the field of which we are existing, in which we are existing. So this is the substance of the universe. You know, whatever it all is, it doesn't matter what it is. You can think of it in any way you want. So how you think and how you feel is broadcasting an electromagnetic signal that influences every aspect of your life. And this is the thing that you have the power to change if you want to become irresistible to your ideal partner. And that is for people who are in relationships as well as people who are not and who are wanting to attract a relationship. So, if you're in a relationship and it's not going that great, you actually have the power to shift that. Well, when you get into the right vibration, you get into the right electromagnetic field, what will happen is either the relationship will change to match you, or that relationship will pass and you will move on and find a better one. So thoughts send out the signal, and feelings draw the event back to us like a magnet. Hence, becoming an irresistible magnet to your ideal relationship. Excuse me a second. So we're moving from just surviving to a place of creating. The longer that you can sustain this electromagnetic change from feeling and thinking to how you want to feel and think, the way that it's going to feel when you have the perfect relationship that you want, the quicker and the easier you draw it into your life. And it's simple as that, actually. It's so easy to say it. The truth is, however, that it takes a huge amount of energy to really change some of the ways in which we think, some of the negative feelings and thinking that we all human beings have. And we're challenged in different ways, all of us, but we are all challenged, you can believe it. So what we're looking at doing when we get this right is that we're looking at creating from the field that is around us rather than creating just on the physical level of matter. So what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is if you do the internal work and you prepare yourself in the proper way for a relationship, you get yourself in the right place, then you don't need to go out and date this person and date that person and try this app and try that app and, all of that. And it's nothing to do with actually being too fat, too thin, too old, too young, too fake, too sick, too tall, too poor. None of that. It's to do with the vibration that you are holding between your mind and your heart. I have people come to me of all ages. I have people come who are very young, 21, 22, quite a few people like that. And I also have people who come to me who are in their 60s and who find relationships. So it's to do with changing the way that we are in ourselves.